Alright, TeaDragon, are you ready to rock and roll?
Yes, sir. I'm hoping that these players feel the same way. Spawning here in the bottom left corner of Oxide LE, playing as the Red Terran for Shopify Rebellion. It is BYUN.
And spawning here at the top right, riding the big boy train. He's the blue Protoss. He is Parting.
Alright, immediately we see BYUN sending out a cheeky SCV. Looks like it could be a proxy. At the same time, though, we do see Parting putting down that proxy pylon over at the third CC location. Very interesting start already. Could that just be an early scouting SCV, do you think?
You know what? I think so. I mean, the barracks is placed here at the ramp area, and I think, I mean, we did see TY do a proxy racks in the other series, but he sent his SCV like right from the start. Instead, it looks like BYUN is going to go for the classic engineering bay block, but unbeknownst to him, voila, Parting is not looking to take his natural base anytime soon, as he is. Or he does have a proxy gateway here out in the field.
Man, I love this. I love it when games, they get a little bit funky. They get a little weird. I love that. Looking forward to see how this one plays out, because I'm actually not familiar with any of these builds. Looks like that proxy gateway is going to pump out a Zealot for now. We do see that Cyber being started up back at home for Parting. Now, that factory has gone down for BYUN, as well as a bunker, so it looks like he will be setting himself up for a good early game defense for now.
Yeah, he definitely needs to make that add-on like right away, or this Zealot is actually going to bypass. Oh,
no way. And the barracks, okay, it will start a reactor, but traps the first Zealot inside. And these two Marines eventually are going to whittle it down. And yeah, like you said, that second Zealot, it's just going to be stuck on the outside for now, so I'm not too sure how that Zealot is going to do any sort of damage, but we do see that proxy Stargate being started up, as well as a Stalker, so looks like Parting definitely getting very, very aggressive here in the early game on game one. I do like this.
For sure. I mean, I love me some brie cheese, some Swiss cheese, but boy, some Parting cheese, that's the best of them all.
That's right, best kind. Woo. Now I'm sure there are many, many Zerg and Terran players who are feeling the same pain that I feel. Not, you know, because it's a cannon rush or anything like that, but just seeing that Void Ray coming out. Now we do see BYUN scouting it with that SCV, and we do see one Lonely Probe just trying to deal a little bit of damage to that NG Bay back at home, but these 4 Marines are going to poke a little bit, so we're going to see, you know, just that little bit of back and forth between the Stalker and the Zealot and the high ground Marines, but we do see a lot of shield batteries, and it looks like the first Void Ray is out, so we're going to have to wait and see how it deals its damage.
Oh, the Cyclone got to be careful. Do not want to get immediately sniped down by that Void Ray. Cyclone's gonna go ahead and lock onto that Void Ray, but like you see, the shield battery is just too good right now, and the Parting is not letting up. He is throwing down more shield batteries.
Yeah, this is definitely an all-in if, you know, we have no other definition of an all-in. Now, that Void Ray did go in quite deep for that first Cyclone, just for a little bit. Now, we do see 2 Cyclones out as well as 2 Void Rays, so that bunker is really the only sort of anchor for the Red Terran at the moment. SCV's pre-pulled. I do like that move, you know, preemptively pulled. That Zealot getting dangerously low. Oh, and the shield batteries just barely save it. Now we do see another shield battery coming down. The first 3 up front are very low on energy, but yeah, Parting not looking to take a natural anytime soon, just going all in on this. So we're going to see more Marines. We're going to see more Cyclones, I believe. Yep, there we go, as soon as the supply block ends. But that reactor does get focused down. Void Rays so quick to deal their damage, actually taking out a Cyclone as well.
Yeah, trading out a Void Ray with a Cyclone, but look at what we have here. Tempest is on the way, so Parting is not all in committed into these Void Rays. He's actually transitioning into Tempest, and of course Tempest does you know, have a very long range up in the air, but it also has some decent range here on the ground as well. So Let's see if he can make use of these Tempests. Now, like you did note, these shield batteries are getting quite low on the energy. There is one full energy shield battery here at the bottom, but there are 3 Cyclones on the field. And oh my goodness, that Void Ray just goes down so quickly.
Now, a Cyclone does get actually trapped by that one Zealot as the first Tempest does come out. That Zealot does die as well, so a bit of an awkward trade. You know, we see some units going down that maybe ideally should not have, but we do see Viking production coming out, more Cyclones. I do like that move. But yeah, now that bunker, that anchor that I mentioned earlier, it's definitely not going to survive. So these Marines are already pulled out. That is a lot of Marines, however. Now it's all down to the shield batteries to keep this Protoss army sustainable. I don't know about that. Those Stalkers immediately going down. The Pylon getting targeted, so now all that's left is just that one Artosis Pylon on all of those batteries. And it looks like they're out of energy, not able to heal the Pylon as well. And it looks like these 2 Tempests, you know, they're not really known for their DPS against Marines as that Pylon does go down. And all those shield batteries are finally depowered.
Yeah, but BYUN giving... I mean... Chris Lee is giving BYUN, or pardon, I'm sorry, some time to get actually some additional pylons, and now these shield batteries are back online. I'm not sure why BYUN actually did not clean the rest up. I mean, well,
that was a little bit awkward.
Yeah,
I mean, only 2 Tempests were out.
Yeah, that's very curious, but I'm gonna go ahead and get some extra healing here.
Oh, now one of the Tempests actually does get picked off. Excellent Cyclone Micro, putting that spell onto the same Tempest all at once. But even losing a Stalker as well is parting. But yeah, I don't know about this aggression. Picking off the Cyclone here and there. Both players sort of losing units here and there. Now, again, it's going to come down to this Micro continuously. We do see that Viking being targeted. A 3rd Tempest does pop back out with another one on the way. Parting, macroing up behind this at home with that 2nd Nexus already up and running, with probes being produced out of them. Yeah, more Cyclones going down. I don't know about this.
Parting is just playing so smart. He's playing so patiently. He knows that, you know, he doesn't need to, you know, outright win against BYUN right now. I mean, he has the 2nd Nexus. He can macro up behind this. BYUN's still stuck on one base, and he is slowly but surely kind of picking off Cyclones after Cyclones, and now he's getting to a Tempest count that's going to be scary very soon.
Oh, definitely. I mean, we see this Tempest count going up, and GG is called. Parting takes game 1 on Oxide. Alright, here we go. Game 2 here on Romanticide LE, spawning in the top left corner of the map, playing as the blue Protoss on match point, up 1-0. It is Parting.
Oh, sorry, I zoomed in on the wrong person, so there we go, Parting. Alright, so here spawning at the bottom right is the red Terran player playing for the team of Shopify Rebellion. Looking to tie up the series. Can he do it? He needs your support, guys. It is BYUN.
I like it. I like it a lot. We're seeing BYUN getting cheeky.
You know what? He's like, you know what, Parting? You can bring out your Parting cheese, but my BYUN cheese is lethal.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a double proxy Marines, I believe. We don't see any gases being produced by BYUN, so...
Oh, as you say that, he just threw down his refinery. So, yeah, you know, he might be opening up with Marines first, but let's see if he transitions to maybe Reapers or maybe even a Tech Lab. That would be pretty interesting. But you do see Parting is trying to scout this, but unfortunately his scouting path completely bypasses this proxy area. So this is going to be quite unfortunate for Parting, as he did open up with a Nexus. Now he did... I'm not sure. Oh.
Very interesting. Yeah, I was just about to say, you know, going Nexus before Cyber, not really a safe method of playing against Terran, but at the same time, Parting does not really care about safety himself, as he does put down the proxy gateway himself. Now, the first bunker is being built right in front of the Nexus, which obviously has reduced vision, and it looks like this first SCV and Marine are just going to walk up the ramp and... Oh! There we go. Parting finally sees these Marines and immediately pulls the probes, puts down a shield battery. I do like this move a lot by Parting. So now we're going to have to see how his probe micro is. That first probe getting really low. First Adept is out. It's going to pick... Oh! Okay, that probe does finish off that Marine, but the low ground bunker is finished. The high ground bunker is denied, so this is definitely an interesting spot for both players.
Yeah, now do note that Parting actually went for the Parting build with the the 3 gate with the proxy gateway out in the field. So this actually kind of allows him to get a bit more units than let's say if he opened up with a Stargate opening or maybe a Twilight opening. So possibly, Parting can just kind of sacrifice his Nexus here and just go for a straight up counterattack with like a bunch of Adepts and just go for the base trade. Have the shield battery at home to kind of help defend the remaining Marines. And yeah, let's see how this pans out. This is definitely a very weird opening.
Yeah, like you said, it's weird, right? We don't typically see these kinds of interactions because usually, more often than not, it's just one build. But now we see both players pulling out both builds at the same time. Now we do see BYUN responding with that high ground bunker, immediately producing a Cyclone out of that Tech Lab factory. So, for the time being, it looks like I don't think Parting will be able to push up that ramp, especially with the Cyclone coming out in a little bit. Using those shades for vision, which I do like, but yeah. I don't know. That Nexus did go down. We do see the Twilight about to finish, but yeah, it looks like neither player is gonna end the game right here, right now.
Yeah, I would say so far I would give a little bit of a favor for BYUN, especially since he took out that second Nexus, and he didn't go like super committed. Like he didn't throw down like 4 racks, go for a mass Marine push or something like that. And so, he's still containing this natural base and even cheekily throwing down that barracks to kind of further block that natural. So I'm loving the play of BYUN.
Yeah, I like that. Now the low ground bunker does finally get picked off, but not before the Marines take down an Adept with them. Now the Stalkers are just going to start whittling away at this, like you said, that cheeky barracks. I do like that move. Just delaying that Nexus as long as possible.
Alright, so Parting has followed up and transitioned into a 4 gateway blink Stalker opening. Now, let's see how many Stalkers are out on the field. So far, 8 Stalkers versus 5 Marines, 2 tanks, and 1 Cyclone. From the looks of it, I think BYUN should be okay if he sieges correctly.
Yeah, like you said, the sieging is very, very important. Obviously, if you're sieged too far forward, the Stalkers can just blink right on top, pick off the first tank, and shell down the second tank before anything happens. And at this early stage in the game, when you're at a 1-to-1 ratio of Marines to gateway units, or worse, obviously the gateway units are going to win now. We do see that first shade coming up, just sort of scouting around, seeing what's up there. I'm not sure, but it looks like Parting might have seen the third siege tank. Well, does see it now as SCVs are preemptively pulled. Parting getting very aggressive, blinking forward, immediately taking out 2 of the 3 siege tanks. That is a lot of Marines, though. It looks like this natural base is not going to finish morphing into an orbital. These Stalkers are going to deny it, and it looks like they might possibly. No, are they gonna get?
Oh, not quite. In the meantime,
I do like that Cyclone across the map, however. It does get trapped by the probes, cheekily enough, but not before taking down 5 with it. Now, back to the main engagement, we do see these Stalkers blinking up onto the high ground using the vision of that fake Phoenix. Now, both players are taking worker damage. This is a very interesting game so far.
Oh, yeah. I feel like BYUN kind of mistakenly sent out his Cyclone out in the field for no reason. I would have loved to have that Cyclone back at home to defend. I think it would have been a much easier hold if he had the Cyclone. But so far, Parting doing a nice job getting this little contain here on BYUN after what seemingly looked like a favorable start for BYUN.
Yeah, definitely. Now we do see Parting getting just a little bit too aggressive as those Stalkers are going to take a significant amount of damage. Not fully regenerated shields from the last engagement, so I don't know about that walk-up.
Yeah, I think Parting should just, you know, make sure he keeps denying this base. Doesn't need to commit all the way, like blink up into the ramp area with all the tanks, but if he can kind of, you know, just keep BYUN at bay and further delay the CC from landing, I think he should be quite satisfied.
Yeah, definitely, especially as we do see at his natural, we already see a fully saturated mineral line and a DT shrine about 2/3 done. So, yeah, I don't know. This game is not looking too good for BYUN, even though he does have a decent amount of stim bio, some tanks. Now, if this bio is going to finally engage, that natural is finally going to land for BYUN. We do see some cute medevac micro with the bio, sort of treating it like a warp prison. Look at Parting's blink stalker micro, however, just shaving off as much as he can off of that bio army, and all of a sudden it looks like they're almost as though there are no Marines left, right? We just see a bunch of Marauders. Amazing micro.
Yeah, amazing micro by both players. But the DT shrine has finished, and so far he just used the energy on those two mules at the natural. So, oh man, this could get ugly for our red Terran player if he's not careful to save enough energy. Does he spot it? Does he spot it?
Oh, he does. I don't know how you can see that. Look at that. The DT just barely gets out of the scan range with basically 1 HP. Oh, even some cute siege tank micro. Trying to use that friendly fire to try to kill that DT. Looks like that missile turret on the low ground is not going to finish, and we already see significant amounts of damage being dealt by the DTs. The DT on the high ground taking out the tank and giving Parting the victory.